I've got my priority card.
All right. This is Peter Rupert with Board of Assessment Appeals for, I'm hearing appeal number 578 on March 10th, 2026. The hearing time now is 4:13. All right. So, all right, I'm here with Mr. Ronald Nelson, and I'm just going to go through some information, just confirm for me, please. This is appeal number 578, 165 Orchard Hill Lane. The owners of this property are Kathleen and Ronald Nelson. Town valued your property at $1,015,600, and you're asking for that to be reduced to $850,000. Is that correct? All right. And today it's March 10th.
I thought it was 1.18 million, but that might have been before the phone call, which brought it down a squeak.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Well, it says that on my sheet here, it says the town appraised at $1,015,600, and that you're asking for $850,000 to be reduced to $850,000.
We don't know how they came up with that.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the 850 is correct, by the way.
Okay.
That came from me.
Okay.
Yeah. The other didn't come from me, and they said 1.18 million was the original that I got in the mail, and they said this is your revaluation. And then I made a phone call for about 8 minutes, and it came down, I want to say, from 734,000 to 704,000. I don't know what that equates to on the sell price because.
Right. Well, that would have been. I'm assuming that's 70% of.
I never assume, especially when I'm being recorded.
Right.
It doesn't help to assure.
Sure.
So,
well, it's just my assumption. So anyway, if you would just do me a favor here, just state your name and then that you are the owner of 165 Orchard Hill Lane, please.
Ronald Prescott Nelson Jr. and my wife and I, Kathleen Marie Nelson, own 165 Orchard Hill Lane in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Okay. And if you would raise your right hand, I'm going to swear you in. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you do me a favor, just sign here and print there, please. All right. Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Nelson, this is your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $850,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. And just please try to be as succinct as possible.
How did the town come up with that 1 million plus figure?
But you'd have to speak with the assessor's office. I mean,
It's hard for me to contest something when I don't know what the reason is and what the basis of their coming up with 1 million plus whatever you said that was.
Sure. So I don't set that value. The assessor's office sets that value, and they have some kind of formula. Yes, I would suggest that. I mean, they have some.
Before this meeting, I should have that meeting?
If you feel that you need to.
Would you do that if you were?
I can't speak.
It's irrelevant.
Right, yeah, so. It's
because it's a really good question to say, how did the town value me at 1.0 whatever million dollars?
Right. So I won't go into it because I don't have all of the formulas that they use to put in. So that would be something. And there was a several presentations that you can still listen to online that were given by the revaluation company.
They came up with my number.
Right. Well, not necessarily for your.
So anyway, my job is to go at 850.
Yep.
I'm here to say why my house is worth 850.
Correct.
Okay. So I've got a 0.2 acre lot, which I guess is on the record card, and it's It's unusable land for kids, for playing. This is photo number 1. That's my backyard.
Okay.
I can't cut the backyard without, I want to say, ropes and tethers and cleats and stuff because it's that pitch.
Sure.
Then, as you can see from the photo, there is a forest. So there's about maybe 15 feet from the back of the foundation of my walkout on the back that holds the deck up. There's maybe about 15 feet. It's all pitched at a very severe angle and then immediately goes to trees.
Okay.
You know, a lot of that area behind my property, because it's all downhill, is all water. So even though I do have maybe 0.2 of a full acre, maybe 0.05 would be in that wet area that again is full of trees beyond this terrible pitch.
You said, I just so I can be clear here, you're saying that, 0.05 you're estimating is a wet area that's down below, or what area you can use?
It's the bottom of, again, the slope.
Yeah.
The slope, and then it collects a lot of water because a lot of homes on that side do that, the topography.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this something that you are going to leave with me for evidence, put into evidence? Okay.
I can take a photo of that in my backyard anytime I want to get one for me.
So I'm just going to put the field number on it.
All right. My interpretation of a $1 million home is that it has a place for the kids to play maybe badminton, maybe a small game of kids soccer, not a full soccer field or anything, but maybe something flattish, secure. Obviously, it's very secure in my backyard. There's no traffic on that side or anything. But it just seems to me, and one of the reasons I bought the house is because I didn't have kids that played. I had girls that were in high school. They don't need a backyard to play in, and I don't need to take care of that. So when I bought it, $660,000 in 2010, it was a low price because it doesn't have a backyard for kids. Hence, there's many other properties that have sold in the neighborhood that have a nice 0.1, let's call it, in the back. It's flat, and it's what you expect with a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home, colonial, but that's not what my house is. It's hard to expect that from my house.
Okay.
The front of my house, to go with the back of my house, if I may, looks like, here's another one in the back, if I can do another back number 2. Just wanted to give that different angle of a view that could be seen. And I love the fact that I don't have to cut any grass, for the most part. And that I have a very small, that's why I bought it. Here is the front of the house, just for an FYI, which again, I kept it for the record. It's, again, total 0.2, so it's a very small front. It's cute. It's got nice curb appeal, but there's not any place for the kids to play badminton. One other thing did I catch? There is this property on this side, it slopes down severely right here to the neighbors, but you can't see that, so I don't really need to talk about that. So
that would be facing the property on the right-hand side. You're saying it slopes.
On the right-hand side, yes, it slopes severely towards my neighbor's house, and then the whole pitch, again, to the back, to the wooded area in the back, starts right at where my front door is on both sides of my house and just pitches like this, It's a lovely house. I love it. I'm not moving. I got a great low mortgage rate. I'm not moving. But I also can't have it be assessed at that price. So the yard to me in Fairfield, especially the 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, basement downstairs, 2-car garage attached. In my world, people are looking for a yard. The reason I got it for $660 back in 2010, probably twofold, but one is it had no backyard. So it went for $660 instead of ones that were going for probably $8 or $9. So my idea of a value of a backyard, sorry about that. No problem.
Yep, go on.
My idea of a value of a I mean, I've got two reasons. One is no backyard. And so I'm saying it takes $150,000 off the town's sell price. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I getting that from? You know, touchy-feely, I'm an accounting major. I've been here since '69. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but I'm saying about $150,000 off the $1 million. That brings us to the $850. Wow, cool. That may be overvalued. Number two issue with my home is that it's not completely renovated inside. So 1984 exists in my home, probably in my mind as well, but it also exists in my home. There are such things as dark oak floors, dark oak doors. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was done in 1984, so that's what it is. It's a 1984 dark doors, dark wooded floor, dark stairs, dark trim around each door. It's the oak trim. It's very lovely, probably more lovely in '84, but every home that I see for sale in Fairfield, specifically in my district 73, neighborhood 73, is completely light, bright, and off-white trim on a door. The closet door is bright off-white, you know? Everything is light and bright. My home is 1984. It's a dark oak home. It's never been renovated. Now, I could put a price on renovation at $250,000 to bring it up to snuff. Then that really brings my sell price down from $850 down to $700 because I've run out of money. But I've never renovated my house, so I don't know what it cost. My anticipation is that the kitchen and the one bathroom is probably $100,000, and then the rest of the home maybe is another $50,000. I don't know. But I've never done it. So I've got pictures of all my oak trim and all my oak doors and all my oak floors, and I have linoleum in the kitchen, and it's a 1984 linoleum. It was a great quality product in '84, but it's not what people are selling. They're selling these beautiful tiles that each tile comes from Italy and cost them a bajillion dollars. I don't have that. So I think those are the two major reasons why I don't believe $1 million is the right sell price.
Okay. All right. Are any pictures there that you want to?
The whole house, the whole house.
All those pictures?
I've got the whole home.
Okay.
You know?
I'll take them.
Do I mark each one?
No, I'll mark them. Yeah, I'll mark them.
All right. So should I go one by one? So that's the outdoor deck. Obviously, kitchen. Another angle on the kitchen too. I want to get that from both sides. The kitchen's a nice size. So I'll be able to take pictures from both sides, I think. Got nothing in order. Well, my secretary wasn't in today. I'm retired. There is no secretary. No, just one. All right, then we got the family room. I'm airing my dirty laundry, but this is the laundry room. Sorry. Have to see my dirty laundry. Dining. Living. Ooh. The only bathroom I didn't renovate was the powder room downstairs. So this is the powder room downstairs, unrenovated. But I did do 2 bathrooms upstairs, so I have pictures of those as well. Foyer, hallway, entranceway. one may say. Downstairs, we've got the garage attached. 2 cars per car.
Do you want to speak on any of the comps that I see you have comps in here?
Yes. I will. Oh, did I give you a garage?
Yes. Yep.
I want to give you garage number 2. I don't know why. Is it
Looks like the same.
Garage number 1?
No.
I will file that. Downstairs. It's done.
All right. So I just, we need to just continue moving through here, all right?
Yes.
So.
I haven't finished the pictures yet.
Right, well, I just need you to, because we only have, I can give you a certain amount of time, and then,
Okay.
you've presented, pictures for evidence, which is fine, you have some comps here, so
Okay.
if you want to talk about those comps, I'd appreciate
So
it.
there's the furnace room, the
Okay.
basement. And then I got the finished basement. There's 2 sections of the finished basement, if you will, so I think I've covered it well in that one. And I've got to go back to the foyer if I could, just to keep them in order. Or does order not matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Sorry I didn't label those myself.
That's okay.
I apologize. This is the foyer, central hall flowing in foyer, there's the stairs up to the 2nd floor. And I guess the basement has one other room, which I call the refrigerator room. Not quite finished, not quite unfinished, but it's a little sub-room where I put sundries and have another refrigerator, arts and crafts stuff.
Okay.
Then we've got the owner's suite, being a bedroom and a bathroom.
Okay. So, master bedroom.
We can't use that
Oh,
word.
that's true, that's
Please do not say the M word. It's fine, you can say it to me. I'm an old person. And then the 3 other bedrooms, 1 picture of each of the other bedrooms for a total of 4 bedrooms. Stairs.
All right.
And the hall upstairs and the hall bath. Pictures. Should I have asked for more time on a hearing?
No, we're giving everybody 15 minutes, so.
I never knew
All right,
that.
yeah,
I never knew that.
so. I believe it was in the letter that was presented to you for the appeal, but I don't know that for a fact.
It
so.
might have been.
All
I
right.
thought I had everything here, but I didn't see that. So then comps are homes that were sold that prove my point.
Right.
In my mind's eye.
Sure, right, of course, yes. So,
Homes that were sold that prove my point.
right.
So how do we start with that?
I'm seeing 726 North Benson, is that a comp that you want to use?
726. I love that one for a comp.
Okay,
Where did you find that?
all right, it's right here on your file.
Wait a minute. Wait, so, where, did I see that? I don't know if I ever saw that, but yeah, 726 North Benson. Yeah. It's got a flat backyard. It's got over a half acre. Come on. Mine doesn't have any of that.
Okay. Tell me about Deer Run.
44 Deer Run. I've got 2 times bigger property than mine, and flat/level, which mine is not, or what I call usable. Completely renovated inside like a showroom that you would see on a movie from the most beautiful home in the world. Mine does not look like that. Light colors inside, new hardwood floors, lighter than mine, obviously, all trim, painted, and replacement, all new kitchen, all new bathrooms. Like, it's just a complete renovation. I've never had a complete renovation. I want one, but I've never had one. So yes, I guess if I did a complete renovation, then Deer Run would be a perfect comp, and that's what I'd sell for, and I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. But that's not my home. How many should we do?
Keep going.
What do you
Keep
got?
going. You got 94
You're doing
Orchard.
great. Yeah. Little bit bigger, 0.08 bigger in acreage, 0.28 versus my 0.20. It's flat. Again, there's a value to flat that people want and people pay for. Therefore, my house would never get that premium because I don't have flat land. Again, it's wholly renovated. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Recessed lighting, like, I don't have recessed lighting. You know, I have fixtures coming down the kitchen like 1984. Recessed lighting means it's a totally renovated home or brand new in some way, shape, or form. Kitchen, I just want to live in this house.
All right. How about 1906? What's that? Mill Plain Road.
I love 1906 Mill Plain Road. The home is a tiny bit smaller than mine. A little bit bigger, 0.06 of an acre, a little bit bigger of land, toto. Like new condition inside was, when I looked at it, I said to myself, that's like new condition versus my pictures, which are, it's a nice home, but it's not like new. Again, total interior renovation and a flat, fenced-in backyard. I don't care about the fence, but again, I can't reiterate enough, flat backyard. Do we need to do more?
You have, I see one more. I
What do you
don't
got?
see 2 more.
What do you got for one?
No, yeah, so I got, let's see. 245 Taunton Road.
Love it. 0.28 of an acre, so it's a little bigger, not much. Huge, finished, high-end basement. I have never bought high-end in my 64 years. I can't afford it. I don't do high-end, but it's a high-end finished basement. That in of itself is crazy. Newly renovated everything inside, like literally gorgeous inside, to die for. I want my home to be that way, but it's going to take me $250,000 to get there, and I don't have $250,000. Land is flat and beautiful. Mine is not flat and beautiful, even though I love it. Spectacular inside, model showroom is what it looks like. All the notes that I have on that one, and I think that would be enough cost.
Yeah, one more in your notes here. I see 64 Paper Mill.
I don't know if I can do that one. Oh. No, I don't think I have that one.
Well, I'll just tell you what you had, and then I'm gonna have to wrap up here. So, this one you said near I-95, 0.35 acre, much bigger, 750,800, 2,163 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, nice flat backyard, finished basement, very good, vaulted ceilings, wood beams, dramatic and airy, center island and kitchen looks remodeled. So, that's
really all I want to say.
okay. All right.
And it was priced at,
I mean, here it says you have 750,800.
what, sold for?
So, all right. Anything else? Because I do need to wrap up. Okay. So, let me just explain our process. All right. What I will do is I will take all of your information and I'll present your petition to a majority of our board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. And, you know, once we've voted, you will be notified by mail of our decision within 7 days of that happening. If you are granted some kind of reduction, you would not be able to come back to appeal again until the next reevaluation in 5 years. If you are denied, then you would
So
be
if
able
I
to...
accept that, then I cannot appeal again. But I don't have to accept it.
No, that's true. You do not have to accept it.
Correct.
So, and,
So if I accept it, right.
right, so if you accept it, or, you know, that's what we vote on, then you would not be able to come back for the next 5 years. If we deny it, you would be able to come back next year, and then you, of course, you always have the right, if you disagree with our decision, to appeal in court, and directions will be provided for that. All right?
Just for the record, the thing that I was supposed to get in the mail, I didn't get.
Okay, all right, good to know. Yeah, thank you.
I got a call from
Helene, I believe, Helene Daly, last night, right?
Helene Daly.
Yeah.
Hi, Ron. Helene Daly from the Board of Assessment Appeals. Just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure you know you have an appeals
Right.
hearing tomorrow at 7:20. And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. So there was no letter. There
Right.
was no instruction
Right.
of what I was supposed to
Right,
do.
right.
So that's possibly why it took so
Sure.
much time. I didn't know it was only 15 minutes.
So, that's okay.
That's about it.
That's okay. All right, well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming in.
you.
All right.
Appreciate
Have a
it.
good evening.
You too.
Okay. The time on menus hearing at 4:41. Okay. Hi, my name is Peter Rupert. I'm a member of the Board of Assessment Appeals, and I'll be hearing your appeal number 849. It is March 10th, 2026, and our hearing time is 4:48. Okay, and I'm here with Catherine Knott, and I'm just going to go through some information here. Just confirm for me first, all right? So this is appeal number 849. The property address is 150 Fairfield Place.
Yes.
The owner of this property, the owners of this property are Michael Feeney and Catherine Knott.
Correct.
The town has valued this property at $1,005,200, and you're asking for that to be reduced to $865,000.
Correct.
Okay. So let me just fix this. All right, so Catherine, would you do me a favor and just state your name and that you are the owner of 150 Fairfield Place?
Sure. My name is Catherine Knott, and I am one of the owners of 150 Fairfield Place, Fairfield.
All right. And if you would just raise your right hand and swear you in, do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, correct.
So what I'd like you to do is sign here and just print there, please. Okay. Thank you. right, Catherine. This is your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $865,000 and not the value the town assigns you. Market value is what your home would most likely have sold for on that date, all right? And just try to be as succinct as possible.
Okay,
right?
yep. So do you need any of my paperwork?
Well, I'll just tell you what's in my file right now. I have your application, I have your field card, and I have the property card.
Okay.
And that's it. So if you have other
Okay.
evidence that you want to submit, I'll take a copy of it and
Okay.
put it into your file.
So this is
Yep.
everything. I
Okay.
wasn't sure what you needed. Just
Okay.
a couple of copies
Sure.
of the
Okay. Well, let me just. So. Yeah. Okay. So this. Yeah. So I'll just take the whole.
Yep, yeah, I made a couple
That's
extra
fine. Okay.
copies.
Great. All right. Thanks.
So yeah, I just have 2 points that I
Sure.
wanted to make. And the first one is the value of the land appraisal value. I
Mhm.
believe it's $732,900. And if you take that amount and divide it by our lot size, which is 6,090 square feet, you get a dollar valuation of about $120 per square foot for my lot. If you multiply that out by the number of lots in an acre, 43,560, you're getting a valuation of over $5 million for my property, which is, I mean, nobody's buying a house in my neighborhood for $5 million, let alone the lot alone. So that was my main point. I mean, I just think it's grossly overassessed, especially for the lot. You know, the house, it's not as bad, but the lot is, you know, I think where there's a big discrepancy in the value. And then my second point, do you need any more information about that? I mean, I think the numbers were kind
No,
of...
just I mean, actually, well, yeah. Why don't you just tell me about your lot? You know, is it?
It's a 50 by 100. It is obviously very small. The back is sloped, so it's not even a useful 50 by 100. There's quite a bit of ledge in the back. There's a retaining wall in the back that slopes down from the neighbors behind me. So it is a wet lot and then filled with ledge. So it's really not even, on the back side of my house, there's maybe 10 feet of usable land. On the sides of my house, probably 6 feet, maybe not even on either side. So it is, you know, yes, it's 50 by 100, but it's really probably more like 50 by 85. The rest is just not usable. And the front slopes down as well. So it's sort of like a little bit of a hill in the middle. Again, so it's not like a flat lot. It's very small. It's on a road that takes it has turned into a cut through for all of the traffic on the post road. And I am right on a corner. And so people swing around the corner going very quickly, which we didn't realize. So I feel like that kind of takes away from the value of my particular house because I'm right on the corner, like almost like a T. You know, we can't grow grass in my entire lot. I don't know, it's probably irrelevant, but just, you know, the lot itself is pretty crummy, I guess, I don't know, whatever. And my second point was that, so I printed in that packet, there are a couple of comps, 8 of them, of sales between October 1st, 2024 and October 1st, 2025. You know, similar either lot size or house size, within, I think I did about 3/4 of a mile radius in my neighborhood. And the average value, sales prices of those houses was about $850,000. So, you know, there's the MLS sales, there, you know, within the information. So some of them were a little bigger than my house. It was a smaller lot. Some of them are a little smaller with a bigger lot, but kind of similar and all fairly close. A couple, actually 1 or 2 are like in my direct neighborhood as well. That's it.
Okay. All right. Any of these comps that you say you think is the one that, you know, would be the most convincing? Or you don't, it might all be convincing, so, most closely related to your,
The Sasco Terrace one is the neighborhood, like, directly behind me. That's actually a dead-end road, though, so that, I think, definitely higher, but, like, I think house-wise, 3 bedrooms, my lot is a little, I don't know, it's hard to say, because my house is, like, slightly different than every single one of these.
Sure.
The one that's the closest house size, like, the lots are a lot bigger. Honestly, I don't even know. I feel like they're all like, just a little.
Sure, okay, so that, but, I'll look through them all. I mean, we, all this will be on the file, so all of our members can see it and, can look through them as well.
Okay.
All right, so.
Yeah, that was kind of just those 2 points, really. I think the lot valuation of the $5 million is kind of pretty,
Sure.
Sure. Yep. I don't know. Clear cut, I guess.
Okay. All right, so let me just explain the process.
Okay.
I will present your appeal to a majority of our board, and we will vote on it, and deliberate and vote on it. And then within 7 days, you should receive a letter telling you of our decision. If you receive any type of relief, meaning down to what you've asked for, it could be more than what you asked for, less than what you asked for, you would not be able to come back for 5 years to the next revaluation.
Okay.
If we do deny it, then you are able to come back next year to appeal again, and each year after that.
Okay. Until
right. All right, and then you do also have the right to go to court and appeal it in court, and some directions will be included in your letter if you so choose to do that.
Okay.
All right?
And so you said that it was 7 days, I would receive notice 7 days after the decision, or 7 days from now?
7 days after the decision. So that's going to be my last point, is that we have almost 1,000 appeals, and so we're going to be doing this until May, and so just be patient. We will try to do them as quickly as we can and get through them. But, I can't tell you when we'll get it done. So 7 days from the time that we meet, deliberate, and vote.
Okay. And then do you do the meeting, deliberating, and voting, like, along the way, or do you do them after you hear all of them?
Well, right now we're trying to get the bulk of the hearings done. And so, probably, realistically, we're probably not going to start any kind of deliberations until the week of the 23rd.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
You guys got to keep them going right away. I say we're fast.
Yeah.
I have another copy of that. Do you need another copy of the whole packet?
No.
Okay.
Yes, thanks.
Do you need the folder?
No. Thank you so much.
All right, so that's it then?
Yes, let me just stop the recording. The hearing has ended. It's 4:59. All right. My name is Peter Rupert. I'm a member of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'll be hearing your appeal number 570 tonight, March 10th, 2026. The time of this appeal is 5:18. All right. So I'm here with Mr. Paul Burrell. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I go by my middle name, Mike.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
Mike Burrell?
Yes.
All right. So let me just go through some of your information here. So this is appeal number 570 for 92nd Street.
Mm-hmm.
You're the owner, Michael Burrell, Paul Michael Burrell.
Yes.
Right. So the town's valued your property at $574,900. You're asking for that to be reduced to $475,312.
Correct.
Okay. And, all right, and just for the record, if you would just state your name and that you are the owner of 92nd Street.
My name is Paul Burrell. I go by my middle name, Mike. I purchased 92nd Street. I'm the owner. I purchased it on December 2nd of 2025.
Okay. And if you would just raise your right hand.
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. If you would do me a favor and just sign here and print there.
Thank you. Sorry.
Is Maritime College the one in the Cape? Am I?
There's one in Massachusetts, but I went to the one in New York, in the Bronx.
Oh, okay.
The first one. But I have a lot of friends that went to the one in that. I actually want to visit that campus because I hear it's really beautiful. Have you been there?
I've not been there, but I know someone who did graduate from there.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Yeah. Mike, this is going to be your opportunity now to provide testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $475,312, and not the value assigned by the town. The market value is what your home would most likely have sold for on that date, all right? So
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the primary reason is I purchased the house December 2nd of 2025. That's November, December, 2 months after the assessment date of October 1st. I purchased the house for $487,500. I did not know the listing agent. I still don't know her. I purchased this house on the open market. It was listed for over a month before I was interested in it. I reached out to the listing agent and she told me it was still available. I went to see the property. I was also my own real estate agent representing myself as a buyer.
Mhm.
So I do have here I printed out my deposit voucher. This was the commission I received on the purchase.
Okay.
So although I purchased it for $487,500, I did also receive, it was $12,000 something, but minus the commissions I had to pay my broker, it was $11,389 off that $487,000, which gets me to around the number I believe. I did slightly miscalculate because I didn't factor in my broker's commissions, but that's how I derived my number.
Okay.
In 2 months' time, from October to December, there wasn't much price appreciation, if any. There might have even been depreciation, as the market was kind of choppy at that time with the Trump tariffs and things like that going on. It was kind of a questionable time. So those are my main, that is my number one. I feel like that is such a, there's nothing more accurate for market value than the actual market.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of lucky to have purchased it so close to the assessment value date. So that's my first and primary reason. I also have here my closing documents if that's needed.
Okay.
And then,
So you're giving these to me, right? So I can put
yeah,
them
you
into the
could
file?
have those, yes. And then I did just look on Zillow for some comparables, and the comparables I got are on the actual street. So the Heart here is the property in question, 92nd Street. It's a corner lot.
Mhm.
The house was built in 1894, and you can see the closest house right next door was purchased for $400,000.
Mhm.
This was in 2023 of July, so it wasn't like extremely close in time, but it is the house right next door. And then,
And what, do you know what the number is for that parcel?
The parcel number?
Yeah.
I could find out, but it's a Melville Avenue address.
Okay.
And then this house on 2nd Street, this house was purchased in June of 2025 for $465,000. And then,
And that was on 2nd Street, And the other one was on Melville, you said, right?
Yeah, the one on Melville is my next door neighbor at this house.
Okay.
And then the one on Second Street is 2 houses down from the current house for $465. My house has no basement. It was built in the 1800s, so it does have some idiosyncrasies. This is also from Zillow. Just, I know it's not always 100% accurate, but the Zestimate is also closer to what I'm saying at $494. And you could also have this, but it gives a range of $445 to $549, which I did buy it for $487 minus 11 grand something. And yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right, so, you said some idiosyncrasies, like tell me a little bit more about that.
So there's no basement
Mhm.
in the home since it was built so long ago.
Mhm.
Some of the stairs are like, it's built very close to my neighbor, the one that was that sold for $400,000.
Mhm.
There's only like 2 feet of space there, so it's kind of like, I know that's not in line with like what the current setbacks are and stuff.
Right.
So that definitely depreciates the value. The fact that there's no basement and very little driveway area definitely hurt the value. I think that's probably what detracted a lot of people from purchasing this home. It's also a corner lot, so the setbacks are different. There's no backyard. There's basically just kind of like the house is kind of along the side of a hill. And then it's not really, it's not a level lot. But the stairs on the inside, it's kind of slanted. Like if you put like a marble on the floor, like the stairs, I think because it was built on that hill, Tungus Hill, I guess it is, right? Because it was built on that, I don't know if like since 1894 when it was built, it's like kind of like slouching over a little
So you're
bit.
saying the interior stairs?
Yeah, the interior stairs, although it's 2,000 square feet, it's not a great layout. It goes 3 floors up, so like there's a lot of stairs, and that I think also detracted a lot of people. It's a very old layout. I think it must have been added on from the original construction and then kind of just thrown together to add more space. So I wouldn't say it's like a true 2,000 square foot house, which is why I think a lot of maybe the assessment might have been so high, because it sounds like a big house, but it's not a very good layout. Hopefully that gets noted.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, yep. So, all right, anything else you want to add?
I think that's pretty much it. I think the number one thing is that I actually bought it on December 2nd on the open market. I did not have any sweetheart deal or anything. I didn't know the listing agent. Completely on the open market, I just was able to purchase this house. So I think that's the number one proof that the value is overvalued in the assessment.
Okay. All right. So let me just explain to you our process. What I will do is I'll present your petition to a majority of our board. We'll deliberate, and then we'll make a decision. All right. If we do grant some relief to you, then you would not be able to come back and appeal again until the next revaluation in 5 years. All right. So it could be, to your value. It could be more than your value. It could be less than your value. Anywhere in there. If we deny your appeal, then you could come back again next year and appeal. And then you do always have the right to appeal in court, and some instructions will be provided for you in your decision letter, which you will get once we've we've voted and made our decision. In 7 days, you'll receive a letter telling you what our decision is, all right? And that will happen. So we have almost 1,000 appeals, and so we probably are going to be working on this until May.
Okay.
So sometime by May, you will receive your letter and notice, okay?
Fairly quick, that's
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
And how many people sit on the board that make the decision?
sure, so we have 5 elected members. I'm an elected member, but we also, because of our enormous caseload, we have
Right.
4 temporary members that are just here for the purpose of this process.
Okay,
All right,
Yeah.
so 9 of us all together.
okay,
All right?
yep.
So, all right, well, thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to end the recording right now, and the hearing's over, all right?
All right,
So
thank you
thanks
so
so
much,
much.
appreciate it. Thanks for your time and all your effort.
You're welcome. You're welcome. 5:30, I'm ending the appeal number 570. Okay, my name is Peter Rupert, and I'm a member of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'll be hearing your appeal number 853. It's March 10th, 2026, and our hearing time is 6:15. All right? Pardon me. I'm just going to confirm some of your information on your application. This is appeal number 853. The property address is 443 Round Hill Road. All right. The owners are Melanie, okay, sorry about that, and Amish, okay, Vyas?
Yes.
Yes, all right, sorry about that. The town has valued your property at $1,527,100, and you're asking that to be reduced to $1,275,000. Correct? Right? So, let's see here. All right. So, if you could just do me a favor, and each of you just state your name for the record and that you are the owner of 443 Round Hill Road.
I'm Malini Vyas, and yes, I'm a co-owner with my husband for 443 Round Hill Road.
I'm Amish Vyas, and yes, I'm also the owner of the property 443 Round Hill Road.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I need you to raise your right hands, and I'm going to swear you in here. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. So if you would do me a favor here, just each of you sign on the top and then print your names there. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right, so this is going to be your opportunity now to present testimony and evidence as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1st, 2025 was $1,275,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. And just please try to be succinct as possible. All right?
All right.
So,
So you already have this evidence of like,
You got the various comps during the,
yes,
yes, so starting with
and,
235 Skytop.
correct. And also on the backside, the criteria that we have used to define
Okay.
that report itself.
All right, let me just make sure I have the backside, because I don't see the backside here, so I might, sometimes when they scan it, so can I have a copy of that when, I can make a copy of it?
Yeah,
Just with it, okay,
yeah,
sure.
you can have a copy.
Sure.
This is the backside.
Okay.
So,
All right, let me just stick with that. All right. Okay. All right, so I have that front portion, I don't have the back, so I'll make a copy before you leave.
Yeah, I mean, we have submitted this hard copy also, so if you have a hard copy, definitely it will
Oh,
have.
well, actually, let me, you know what, that was silly of me, I should have, it's right here it is, right here.
Okay, good.
But they need to update the online file though.
Right.
Okay,
So, okay,
all right.
okay, go ahead, yep.
So I guess initially, I'll just kind of, so though we have seen the price here on the copy that is submitted across the board, what we did is we actually further kind of like just narrowed down to more relevant homes, so which is like more nearby as well as in the similar neighborhood or
Okay.
same neighborhood, right?
Right.
So that is what actually this entire copy is, and you can have this copy.
Okay, all right.
for your-
Okay, all right.
That's fine.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, in this.
So I would give you one copy just so that you are also on the same page as we are.
Sure, thank you.
So over here, as my husband mentioned, the first column here is our property, and then these are comparable properties that we picked.
Okay,
So over here, the neighborhoods are listed. One property is probably like a nearby neighborhood on, up in front of the university area. But these are relevant in terms of square footage, area acreage.
And also it's a nearest, so these are the starting from the nearest closest property
okay, all right.
To the further, right?
to the further out.
So looking at the comparative of, what the asking price was and what the property sold for, right? We see that, most of these consistently sold at a lower rate than what was asked for, and this is within that 1 year period of assessment, right?
So initially, like we have shown here, that what is the listed sales price, then what is the Zillow actual kind of like at that time, right, shown the price, the asking price, and then what is the profit,
So the difference is,
Yeah.
right?
and then the actual sales tag. The yellow ones are actually from the town, so the yellow
the town.
figures are from the town.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so over here, the first red set of figures, right? Those are where the properties are sold at that much less lower value than what was asked for by the owners, right? And, the last property you will notice, actually sold at a 98,000 higher, and that was because there were significant upgrades made to the house.
Okay.
So that was, and then the next red figure is more just like a per square foot variance, like drop in that value. So that's kind of,
So the last property, why it is skewed and has a negative kind of like a drop in kind of like, is because we have seen the report field card, and they have done some upgrades, like, after actually putting on the list, but prior to your evaluation.
right.
And that's why actually these figures are actually skewed for the last property.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the next set of numbers, right, they are starting at what the 2024 assessed values were for each of these properties and what the updated 2025 values were, right? And then the difference in that, and just, doing like a percent point. Now again, when it comes to land, right, land assessment, we understand town is the SMEs, experts in doing that. So we did not meddle with that. That whatever you decide, is your thing. But we just were looking at the structural, just the structure, the dwelling, right? So the dwelling, if you notice, like if you were to just look at these properties and how the assessed values increased, on an average, 14%, 13% for two of the properties, right? The 478 Crestwood, the second column over there, that one has, gone up 71%, right? That also appears to be like more like for like comparison if we look at the construction grade. Now, again, we are not experts in this, sir, so we do not know what that means, but if you look at the construction grade, we are guessing that is the quality of the materials to build the building, right? So,
It's right there,
yes, that's right. So then we started leaning towards that. Okay, fine, let's compare closer to that, right? So, even if we were to do that, if we look at the next figure down, right, where the land, where the building, the dwelling assessed value is, right? The dwelling assessed value for that, right, per area, per square footage, comes out to be 107 higher versus 159 what has been put for 443 Round Hill Road, right?
Mhm.
So that kind of, completely, that seems to be much higher. Again, not comparing with the other two properties, which have a different grade, though one of the properties is right next door, like it's like, 10-minute walk from our house, right? But again, we're not comparing against that. So if we will take that one and we were to calculate back, right, using that rate, right, even then it comes to close to the number that we are proposing there, right? And then further down below, the depreciation, right? The depreciation, again, yes, understood, our property is approximately 29 years old, this property is like 89 years old, right? The Crestwood that we are comparing against, right? But if you look at the depreciation value, our property depreciation is 6%, whereas this one is rated at 30%, and the other properties are at 40%, right? So then we were thinking, that probably it's the depreciation that needs to be adjusted for our property, and that should, go ahead and, adjust the rest of the numbers if our,
So, one more thing actually that I did, if you see the last two here lines, one of the way of arriving out our price is, what I did is, I took the average of this figure, the 229, which is the actual drop-in price, right? The listed versus the actual kind of sales price. So that's a drop-in price. And if you take the average of that's coming out to be at around 240K, right? And that is why, if you subtract now your appraised value,
The
town
appraised
appraised value
value.
for 443 and 240, that actually will give you this figure.
the number closer
The
to
number.
what we are requesting. Yeah.
And then the similar now is this, as she mentioned about this 107.
107 for Crestwood,
So
right?
go ahead.
Yeah, so for 107, what we did is we said, okay, fine, 110, let's take average, of 110 instead of 107, right? So even if we take 110 and multiply it with our, building square footage, which is
That is what it is
2978,
here.
living area 2978, that brings us to that 281, kind of closer figure to that, right? So that's how we are requesting for this to be the appraised value.
Okay.
So then the assessment becomes like 70% of that, so that's somewhere in the 900.
So, the 107, I mean, that's what the description here. And what we did is, we took 107, we kind of, okay, fine, the other two properties are having a lower value, but still, let's go with the similar kind of like grade and all that. So that's how actually we came up with that next figure, which is also very close to what we actually kind of proposed.
Yeah. And then the last one.
And the last one, so in the actual kind of appeal, there is this,
We've also listed some updates that we
Updates, right?
need to make to the house
So
to,
that is
claim
what
any
actually
reasonable problem.
we are kind of like coming out to be that these are all, it's a 29-year property, but some of the big things never done, kind of any upgrade or anything.
The roof is like, as old as from the construction time.
Okay.
The pool area, needs a lot of work around it and stuff like that, right? So the deck needs to be, I think it's almost like there are a lot of rooms that kind of, we replaced some like 2 years ago.
Yeah, some
And
plans.
now it's at a place where I think we should just tear it and, just replace it completely. Similarly, there's a patio on the side, that's a sandstone patio, but there's a big tree there. And there's drainage underneath that patio, and it ends up flooding with heavy rain because that drainage now has roots from the tree coming in. I've actually stuck my hand in there and pulled out like long pieces of root from that tree. So all of that needs to be replaced. The roof needs redoing as well as HVAC heater. So that cost comes out to approximately 160.
The HVAC actually, in fact, we have a contract, yearly contract, and every time last 2 years, he keeps saying that it's time, you better kind of like change it. Don't wait for the winter.
Yeah.
And this past winter, we had a problem.
We had a problem last 2 years.
So yeah, so all of those things are combined. I think
Sure.
roughly we are estimating like 160K of investment that will need to happen to merit any reasonable, price on the market, given the current market, right?
So in fact, what we actually suggested, price of what is that? 1.275 million, right? That is just covering this thing. So what we have shown here with the entire thing and this description, that this 1.275 valuation is just covering the sales price as well as the current kind of appraisal assessed price with the other houses in the house. So that is what it is. And then this one is a separate. I mean, it's kind of like
Separate way to consider.
separate way to consider because
Sure.
it's an old house and like
Sure.
old in the sense it's not old, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all these are, I can keep.
You can keep those, right? Yeah, sure.
So,
Just one. So, yeah.
And we did have a question, just for our own education, as we were reading up on this thing, came up across something that said that residential building structures have an end of life of like 27.5 years. What's that like? Is that considered in situations like these? Like, is that when the depreciation values should start increasing? Like,
yeah, I mean, that would be more of a question to ask the assessor's office about that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
Right.
really sure about that.
Yeah, so that's what.
I mean, I know they do have, a place on your field card that talks about the condition and a
Correct.
give a percentage,
Right.
that's still good, right? So,
Correct.
and that will, obviously drop as the years pass,
Right,
so.
yeah, because for land, we kind of left it alone, it was just focusing on the building part of it, right? So land, whatever the land is, and even there, we understand that there's like a track towards the end of our property, right? Which we were told by the realtor back then is that there's a structure underground for letting out some water. We don't know if it's sewage or whatever it is, so we need not to build anything there. So we were
Or not even
instructed,
a
so
tree
you
or
don't even like no
something
trees,
like
no
that.
nothing, like leave that
Unless
part
stone
alone,
formation.
right?
Okay.
So even that part is there, but we don't know, we couldn't see anything in the field card that depreciated that part in any way, shape or form.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right, anything else?
Okay.
Okay, all right, well, thank you, you guys did some mission.
Actually, one more thing, yeah.
Sure.
There's a third item in that, and we just wondering, so
Yeah.
this is like a newly added 140 square feet cathedral ceiling, right?
Yeah, this is for our understanding, right? It was taken out of the living area, but not the total floor area. Does that math work, like in the field card? 140K was deducted out of the, so over here,
Yes, sir.
it's the next page. Is it a second page?
This should be,
It should be a second page there, right?
you see that?
Oh, there it is.
No.
No, so then it should be this one.
So the
Oh, yeah,
field card-
here's 140, yeah. So this cathedral ceiling 140, that was removed from the living area when somebody had stopped by sometime in October and looked at it, but it still remains in the floor area. So does that,
the gross area.
in the gross area, does that make sense? Like this is more for our understanding.
Yeah, you know what, I'll have to check in on that, all right, I will.
Okay.
All right, so you're saying that, someone came out and inspected your home and,
In October of last year, correct.
in October of last, okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, it does show that someone came out, measure, and then listed, so I'll ask about what that means.
Right, yeah, so
All right.
it was taken out, since then it was taken out of the living area.
Yeah.
The living area went down
Yeah.
by 140, but the floor area still continues to count, so I just don't know how that works.
Okay, so,
No, I gave actually copy of those at this point.
Okay.
So just paper.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was looking at this particular thing. This is kind of a, initially I printed, I thought this is a print card. So if you see here, so 140 is removed from the living area because it's a cathedral feel
Right.
kind of thing, right?
Right.
So, but they have still kind of like put into the gross one. So I'm not understanding actually why it's still big there as a
Sure.
gross.
Sure, all right. So. How much, it was 140?
Yeah, 140.
Okay. All right, I'll, you know, I'll look into with that, you know, with that. So, all right, so, let me explain our process, all right? So what I will do is I will take your petition to a majority of the Board of Assessment Appeals, and and we'll deliberate on your appeal, and we'll vote. And once we've made a decision, you will receive a letter in the mail within 7 days. If we give any relief to you, you would not be able to come back for 5 years to appeal again until the next reevaluation. If we deny it, you can come back again next year and appeal again, all right? And if you are not happy with either of those decisions, then you could go to court and appeal in court, and there are some instructions that will be included in your decision letter about that, all right? So, and let me just explain, we have almost 1,000 appeals this year, so we are basically, we're going to be doing this until May. So by May, you'll, you know, so it won't be 7 days from today where you'll get your decision letter. It may be in April, it might be in May. All right, we probably aren't even going to start deliberating until the end of March. Okay? So just to let you know, so just be patient, and we will make a fair decision for you.
Is there any way we can actually kind of, let's say after 50 days or 60 days, just contact office here and find out where we are? Because what happened is that this particular date, today's date, I had to come here to find out what I said, because
We never received a letter about the appointment.
Right, yeah, there were some issues with the letters. I don't know if it was due to the storm that, you know, happened, you know, that was that big snowstorm,
Because on
so.
the site it was saying that you will get before March 1st,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right. Well, I appreciate you, you know, being proactive about it, because, you know, we have had a lot of no-shows, and,
Okay.
you know, so it makes it hard to have to reschedule all those, you know, so.
So is it something we can come
Yeah.
like after?
Maybe can we call
I mean, you
them?
could, you know, you certainly could call the assessor's office and ask if that decision has been made yet, yeah.
Right. No, we won't bother too much.
No, we won't
At least
bother.
like after 50 days. yeah.
Sure,
You know,
sure,
if it's coming to 2 months, we haven't heard anything.
Yeah, absolutely,
Then
then
we
just,
call
yeah,
them.
we just,
Okay.
okay?
Oh,
All right.
Sure. We just.
So, and, you know, I also hope that they will email you. I see you have I think you have an email on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sarah, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so just, yeah, so I see it, yeah. So, you know, hopefully they'll email you and send a letter so that at least there's two, and maybe even call you, I don't know. So at this point, we just want to make sure that we're communicating well with everyone, all right?
Okay.
Is their email actually correct? Because I'm not sure whether the email was sent, but maybe some typo or something.
Yeah, you know what, unfortunately, emails weren't sent.
Oh, all right.
I wish-
I just want to.
Sorry.
All right, yeah, so, yeah, that's first name, my
Yeah.
first name,
Mhm.
underscore, last name,
Yep,
at hotmail.com.
Okay.
Yes, that's
sure.
correct.
All right, thank you so much. I'm going to end it.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right, it's 6:38, I'm ending this appeal, hearing number, 853. Okay, this is Peter Rupert, the Board of Assessment Appeals. It is 7:53 p.m. on March 10th, 2026. And I'm just going to read in for the record appellants that were not at their hearings this evening. All right, appeal number 850, which is 222 Marlborough Terrace, and the owners are Nancy and Ricardo Tediamo. Okay, appeal number 575. This is 57 Alden Street, and the owner is Karen Savage. Okay, appeal number 576. That is 1211 Black Rock Turnpike. The owner, Christiane Cassay. Appeal number 854, 34 Concord Street. The owners are Sarah and Brad McBrayer. And number 856, appeal number 856, 5 Penfield Place, and the owner is Julianne Hudson. Those are all appeals that were scheduled for tonight, but no one appeared. The appellants did not appear for those hearings. So that's it. Thank you. End of that, 7:54.